Hi guys, it's Nikki, Creative Nicki's Homemade Crafts. Today I would like to teach you how to crochet while changing colors. It really is super easy, and I will show you Hi guys, it's Nikki, Creative Nicki's Homemade Crafts. Today I would like to teach you how to crochet while changing colors. I have a little example right here, and we're going to do the same thing again, just by using two different colors rather than so many that I used in this example. Right here we will use the bobbin method, even though this doesn't look like a bobbin, but it does for this example. And it uses only single crochet, but you can use it with other stitches too, because it's the same method that you would use for a different basic stitch, such as the half double crochet or double crochet. Now let me show you on this example right here what we will be talking about. We will have two different colors. We have blue, and then we have orange, and then we have blue again. When I wrote RS, that means that's the right side. WS is the wrong side. If you would use this in a round rather than a flat, a row version, then you would not use the wrong side. So if you do it, well, you would still use the stitches, but you would just do it in the right side every time. So when you do it in a round, you just go in a round, 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 rather than going in the wrong side. You will only do the right side, okay? Now, on a flat version, you will do the wrong side, which means you will turn your work and you will do it from the opposite direction. Okay, so I put here some arrows so you know where we're starting. Of course, if you are left-handed, you would start on the other side. So for right-handed, which I am, I will start on this side, and each square right here is one single crochet, okay? And then when we come to the point of color switching, we will not finish this stitch with the same color, but rather with the color of the next stitch. I'll show you exactly what I mean. When we have a switch of color, we also start, specifically in the beginning, we start with a new bobbin. For example, here I have all blue. I would not use the same blue strain or yarn piece that I used over here, because then it runs in the back and you will see it. We're trying to prevent that. So therefore we're starting with a new bobbin right here that follows this path. Then we have a blue one in the middle and a blue one here, and then we have one that goes this way, and then we have one extra one over here. Okay, so let's start it. These are 12 stitches, so I have 13 right here because there's one extra. So I have my little blue bobbin right here, and then we're going to start changing color right there. Okay, so let's get started. We have one chain that is for, the turning chain, the beginning chain that you need per row. So we're going to start on the first one. I always like to go in a back bump. So which I'm going to do. According to my graph, it says 4 stitches, which I'm going to do. So this is number 2, all single crochet. This is number 3, and in number 4, we're now going to switch colors. We're not finishing the stitch with blue, but we're going to finish it with orange. So let me get some orange right here. I have my yarn ready to go. So I'm just going to add that in here like that. I'm going to finish up my stitch with orange, and I'm just going to drop that other piece of orange. I will weave that in later. So I will have 4 stitches in orange. So let me show you first though. Do you see that when I finished this stitch right here, there was this extra loop? So we didn't want that stitch right here to be finished blue, because that loop is right on top of the orange. You want it to be orange. That's why you're finishing that stitch with orange. So now we're at the point where we have to switch again. So again, I'm not finishing my stitch. I'm going to get a new bobbin. In this case, it's again blue, but I don't want to use the previous blue because it would run right in the back here, and I'm preventing that. So here I'm adding a new one. I'm finishing that stitch. I will pull that orange a little bit so it's not so big, and then I will continue on with the next one. So you see that it's now right above it where it needs to be. Okay, we have 2 more and 1 more. Alright, so that is now the right side. Let me show you. This is how it looks like so far. So we don't have any color running in between. We don't have color running behind here because it's the wrong side. Even though it's the wrong side, we don't want it to look ugly, you know. So we can weave in these ends later, but for right now we're going to keep on going. So we're finished the right side. Now we're going to chain 1 and turn. Okay, make sure. Alright, so this is how it looks like so far. Let me make it a little bit brighter for you guys. You can see a little bit better. Alright, so now we're right here. So we have to make 2 blue and then we'll switch over to orange. So we have the orange strand right here so we can use it, but later on we're going to start a new orange because we don't want it to run over. Alright, so let's get started. So this has to be 2 blue, but again we're not finishing that blue. We need to go to orange now. So I need to make sure that on the wrong side I'm pulling my yarn over to the wrong side. My yarn should always be out the wrong side, not on the right side. So I'm going to move my yarn over here. So now we're going to start with orange. My orange is right here. So it will be kind of hanging over and you're going to be like, oh, you can see that. It's not a big deal because we're going to crochet right over and you won't even see that it was there. So as you can see, I'm going into the stitch now and there's the orange. It's going to disappear because I'm crocheting right over. Do you see that? Alright, so we have to do 3 of those. Here's number 2. And then here is number 3. Again, we're not finishing that stitch. We need to go to the next color, which is in this case, it's blue. So I don't have a blue close by. The other blue is right here. I don't want to use that because I'm going to use that over there again. So we're going to start a new one. Right here. Because we have less yarn that's kind of hanging over. So again, we want to make sure that our yarn that we're stopping is on the wrong side. So I kind of move it over. Yes, it does look like a lot of yarn, but it's not a big deal. You get used to it, and then you're going to realize how pretty it looks in the end. So we finished the stitch right here with blue. We're not going into the next one. I know my paper's kind of swiveling around. That's all right. We have to do 2 blue. Move it a little bit over. So 1 and 2. Again, we're not finishing that stitch. We're moving our yarn to the wrong side. So now we have our orange over there, but that's too far. We don't want it to pull over there. So we're going to start a new one. So you can have as many bobbins as you need in order to prevent yarn bulking up and having to be run in between. So pull my blue a little bit. Alright, so finish that stitch. Now we have to do 3 orange according to my graph. And now we're going to switch back to blue. So we move our yarn over to the wrong side. And here's my blue because it's very close by so I can use it. And now I'm going to do 2 more blue right there. Okay. And now we finished that. Now we're going to chain 1 and turn. So this is how it looks like so far. You can pull your yarn to make sure it's not so bulky. And now we're going to go and do the right side again. Right here, we're going to do 4 blue, 4 orange, and 4 blue again. So I chained 1, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Again, we're not finishing that stitch, but because we're on the right side, we keep, here's the wrong side and here's the right side. We're going to keep the yarn right there. Now I'm going to pick up the orange, whichever orange is the closest, which in this case it's this one. Pull my blue to make sure it's tight. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, and 4. Again, we're not finishing it. We're going to the next color, which is right here. Pick whichever one is the closest. Okay. And then always crochet over that strand that you pulled. So here I'm going to pull my orange a little bit, and I'm going over that blue so it disappears. So nobody even saw that I pulled it. Alright, last stitch. Okay, so this is how it looks like. Let me pull a little bit out so I can hold it better. So we have the yarn always running on the wrong side, as you can see right here. If you have a board or something, you can attach the bobbins to it and you keep them in order so you know exactly where you need to pull them from. I've made a Grafghan tutorial before, so be sure to check that out. And this is exactly how you would crochet and changing your colors. You always finish the stitch with the color that comes next. You do that even when you have a double crochet or half double crochet. Always the last loop is the one for the color that comes next. Now if you do that with cables, the cable stitch, it kind of makes a slant a little bit. So in order to prevent that, I would go against this technique and would actually finish up the stitch with the same color, because that way you shift the slant over a little bit and it looks much easier and nicer in the end. So, and that way it's straight. But that's only for cables. I've noticed that there's a slant going, so if I use this specific technique. But this technique can be used for anything else, for any other stitches. So I hope this video was helpful. Please like and comment and share it, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye.